What's up, people? Welcome to the Health is Wealth podcast. This is the show we talk about the relationship between your health, your wealth, and we're not talking about just the push-ups and dollar bills. Today's episode is with my good friend, Jesus Hernandez, and we're going to talk about his new brand, Trusportbrands. What's up, people? I'm your host, Jason Shively, and I'm here with my boy, Jesus, and our co-host, as usual, Bobby Jackson.
Bobby Jackson, what's up, guys? Thanks for coming in.
Yes, today is a fun day for me. We get to talk with Jesus Hernandez, my boy that helped me get going here in South Florida. He taught me a lot about how you have to survive in South Florida, and that was a hard thing for me to learn. So I'm excited for Jesus to be here. Welcome to the show, buddy.
Glad to be here as always, man.
And
Long time no see.
Yeah, right. Long time no see. Okay, we're going to talk about his brand, Trusportbrands, and how he's getting started with this, and his background in fitness, and how he got it going, and why fitness is so important to him.
I thought we had seen some stuff in health and fitness, but man, Jesus has been the OG of South Florida since really the early 2000s, with a lot of major franchises and brands that have built up in some really hot spots in Broward. And you got some really great stories, man. I'm excited to finally get these recorded and get them out. So
yeah, dude. So Jesus, let everyone know where you're from and your background.
And the real Florida kid too, right?
Yes, real Florida kid. The original Beast Mode, actually.
Original
Beast
Mode.
Right here is always talking about Beast Mode, Jason. The original Beast Mode. So
boom.
Yep, always.
Keep that on record.
Yeah.
Keep that on record.
It's documented.
But,
Can't get rid of it now.
So I have a little Cuban in me.
Too many ways to go with that one.
Might as well be related.
Might as well be related, right?
Yeah.
We're like brothers.
Yeah.
But so you grew up in Fort Lauderdale?
Actually, I was born and raised here in South Florida. Grew up in Pembroke Pines. But I've lived pretty much everywhere in the Tri-County area. From
Nice.
Miami-Dade County up to Palm Beach. And now I'm in Broward, which is primarily my home, where I spent most of my life.
Yeah, man.
High school years, and after that.
That's awesome.
And I know you from being a manager at a gym, and Bobby knows you from some of our videos back in the day when we used to do boot camps on the beach, military style, hardcore stuff. And he's like, "Who the heck is that guy?" And
that beast mode stuff.
That's Jesus.
Where you stole that from.
Just doing sit-ups with the waves flashing in our face, and we're still yelling at people and stuff. So those were fun days. But let everyone know how you got started in fitness back as a child.
So it goes back to when I was a kid. Coming from a military, law enforcement family, generationally, going way, way, way back. Typical kids grow up in the summer, going to like Disney World, traveling, maybe going to the beach and whatnot. I grew up cutting trees, doing housework, remodeling, doing roofs. Friends of mine would, have a trip somewhere. Occasionally we'd have trips, but realistically 90% of the time it was yard work, cutting down trees, building fences. Let's do some tile. Yeah.
Sounds like that real country upbringing like Jason and I know too. It's not that we're not going out to the lake and sitting there on the little summer camps and all that other crap. It was just parents' excuse to get free summer labor right there. That was the cheapest work that was done all year, was just making the kids do it.
And me baling hay, and then Jesus is out there chasing wild Florida hogs.
Yep.
That's awesome, man.
A little different.
Yeah, my old man used to wake us up every weekend and just be like, we're going on a trek, which in essence meant we're just going to do a marathon today with just no training.
Was he a competitive runner or just part of his fitness routine?
So my dad was a Marine Corps. Then he went into law enforcement and just retired a few years back after 30 plus years.
Wow, man, that's incredible.
Man's a
serious career.
Real badass. So
when he was doing those runs and dragging you out, that was just because he just always kept his physical conditioning up. He was just always fit, always working on his body. That wasn't particularly to go run some charity 5K you see everybody doing now. That was just basic fitness for him.
Yeah, it was just ingrained in him, and just always about training, always better yourself moving forward.
All right, well, that sounds familiar, man. No wonder where you get it from. That's awesome. Yeah, cool.
So when you go, when your dad used to tell me all the time stuff, your dad is pretty much the roots of how you do everything nowadays and stuff, and you got a decent little conditioning background with martial arts and stuff. That's what you had passion at a young age, right?
Yeah, absolutely. My parents put me and my sister actually in martial arts when we were kids. Did that for years.
What'd you start out doing?
Started actually traditional Shotokan karate.
Okay.
And then throughout that in high school, I wrestled a little bit, and I just did boxing, a number of different styles throughout the years.
Nice.
Ended up getting my black belt in Shotokan and Kyokushin, and then just tried different styles across the board. Most recently, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is. I know you're a fan of BJJ.
A little bit.
So that's
A little bit.
But yeah,
it's hard to not talk about because that's such a
yeah,
cool culture that goes along with that sport. But yeah, man, that's great. And to bounce around and try the other ones too, because I really didn't do many other martial arts. I did a little bit of wrestling in high school. I started in jiu-jitsu right in college. And then I did a little bit of judo with the jiu-jitsu, but it was kind of straight in. But it's cool to always hear people's different paths, especially when they end up in BJJ. Okay, where did they start? What path did they take? And just kind of, the different combination that people got trained in. So, yeah, that's awesome. So wrestled and then also had the boxing.
Yeah.
And boxing in South Florida, I mean, there's some really, really good boxing gyms down here too, man. So that was probably like getting wrestling up in the Midwest, is like the culture and the pedigree of boxing available down here must have been awesome.
No, yeah, absolutely. Especially Cuba's 90 miles away, and Cuba's got some of the best boxers.
Some of the baddest
in the world,
dudes on the planet right there, man. Oh, yeah.
I've boxed with some really good guys.
Yeah, that's cool.
Probably got more brain damage than I need, but hey.
That's why I couldn't make the impact, man. I got to be honest. Like, yeah, I got a lot of buddies and they love the boxing and everything. I can't do that, man. That is so hard to do week after week, man. I don't know what it takes to be a boxer, but
See, I can't. I found out I have a bony nose, so one punch, I'm done.
is that what it is? But
Bony,
you're
I
so
don't know.
good at your arm windmill attack moves that like you don't really even need more than that.
Because I'm going to bull rush anyone at
Gorilla arms, and you just tuck the chin and
yeah, exactly. Everyone's best bet is just to hit me right square in the nose and I'm done. I'm like, ow! See, we had to get squeaky in there.
Yeah, you good. You gotta do it. I'm still waiting on the rhyme. We got to make sure we close it down.
I rhyme all the
today.
time. I rhyme all the time. You know it's not a crime.
Don't. Oh God, you did.
There you go.
Oh God, he did. He did. All right.
It's going to get plugged in every time with us now.
So Jesus, so your path to really careers in health and fitness, and I'll say careers because you've held some really awesome positions that any one of them could have been a lifelong career, but it's that was kind of your direction, whether you knew it or not from the beginning, right? The way that just the importance of keeping your body in shape, your mind in shape, that was formed with you at such a young age. You kind of feel like, okay, I was already going in that direction, whether I consciously knew it or not.
Yeah, absolutely. Motto I have is actually, if you have a healthy body, you can have a healthy mind, you can have a healthy wallet.
Yeah,
So,
there you go.
If you don't take care of yourself, you end up working 40, 50 years of your life. I'll probably never retire because I'm just a workaholic. But
and you do things you love to do.
Exactly.
That's the difference, is you're not sitting in some little carpet covered cubicle just hating your life under fluorescent lights. It's you're actually out doing really cool things that actually benefit other people also. So that's the key right there, man.
Absolutely. You gotta do what you love. I mean, if you're not
And you
doing
work
what
with, and you like working with the most interesting people too. If they're not interesting to work with,
He worked with you, so clearly
That's
the bar is pretty low.
He had to work with
Yeah,
someone
right.
from Ohio.
Yeah,
It's like Ohio. There were so many people that when the gym that I worked for, when I worked for Jesus, there were so many people that started their name with J that I was just Ohio. So everyone's like, Ohio? Where's Ohio? I'm like, way up north.
That guy right
That
there.
guy.
It was
I was
him
Ohio.
and his family.
Oh, so, yeah, it's
Just
me
him and his mother.
Yeah.
You're still saved in my phone as Ohio.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Because I'm only going to meet one of those guys. There can't be that many of them walking
There
around.
can't be that many.
No.
Now look at us.
Yeah, that's
We're
awesome.
coming here like it's Cuba again. 9,000 miles away. We're still coming in like it's 90 miles away.
Yeah.
Everywhere's Florida, man.
Yeah. So how did your martial arts background, your disciplined dad, putting all that effort into, make you such a leader into your fitness? Because you were known for all your boot camps. Before boot camps were even popular, you were known for all your boot camps around town.
Yeah, absolutely. Thought process, my mindset is always just go. I mean, it's all a mindset. Mindset's everything. Just gotta keep going. So that discipline, that work ethic that my father and my parents, both my parents, instilled in me from being a little kid. I mean, even when I was 4 and continually through the rest of my life. My dad's retired and he still has that same mindset. It's paid off, and across the board, helping people with their journeys, whether it's, their fitness, their health, their business. When it comes to my business, Trusportbrands, across the board, it's just process, consistency, and discipline. And if you have that and you stay the path and you continue to move forward, continue to optimize yourself, your life, your business, your health across the board, it's a recipe for victory. And in my book, winning is everything. I'm very competitive. I like to win. So that's always been a mainstay, a staple in my life, even through the hard times. I didn't come from a rich family, and my family came here as immigrants years ago. Both my parents, actually. And literally, I grew up watching hard work. And if you look at where they started to like where my dad's at now, retired in his life and enjoying it. My uncle just retired as well from the police force, enjoying his life.
Oh, that's great.
Literally, it wasn't shortcuts. It wasn't, the easy way out. It wasn't the get rich quick scheme or, it was hard, dedicated, disciplined work.
And that's the uncommon trait I feel like I see a lot down here is, people are good at grinding, people are good at getting to work, staying at work, but the consistency is what I see people falling with. And like, I met you years ago. We haven't really stayed in touch, but I followed you on social media and all that stuff for a long time. And like, the one thing I admire the most about you is not just the hard work, your entrepreneurial spirit, which I want to talk about in a second here, but just the damn consistency of it. That wasn't just the summer season and you're feeling good and then all of a sudden there's, falling off. It's been every day as long as I've known you, and it's just that part makes a difference too. It's not just, okay, I got a second wind here and I'm gonna hit it hard for a couple of weeks and then just see where that goes. It's just, no, I got to wake up every single day and work just as hard as I did yesterday and just try to work a little bit smarter and harder. And it's just like, that's the biggest missing link. I feel like a lot of people don't see success, especially in their own businesses, to where they got all that fire underneath them when it first opens up, and then they taper off because they're not getting the validation they want. Maybe the paycheck didn't hit right away, and all of a sudden consistency drops and they're kind of eating it. So where did you feel like, again, we got the discipline down, you got the work ethic, you're just dreaming about work. How did that transfer into that entrepreneurial spirit? I mean, that's, your family coming from, the military and law enforcement, super structured. That's this, the whole working every day just as hard as it lasts. But where did it come in to, okay, you wanting to take the reins and start your own business entity?
So it came down to, and Jason knows this really well, I do very well at taking things that might be working well or something that's not working and just flat out making it better. I'll take something and you might say, all right, we're hitting these numbers, we hit these goals. To me, it's like, okay, that's good. What's next? So I'm never, ever satisfied. So from a business perspective in life, for years, I spent time building things and going through processes and having that discipline, always go forward mindset. And I did an introspective look at myself. Am I doing that for myself? Because I can go around and build a business.
You're making a lot of people a lot of money.
Exactly. When somebody comes in, it's like, oh, you like that Bentley? Yeah, I like that Bentley. But you know why you can pay for it? Because I'm really good at what I do.
Yeah. So if you want to keep making money, you actually have to get out of my way right now and let me get back to what I'm doing. Yeah,
exactly.
Man, that's awesome.
Exactly. So my thought process is, it's not a matter of me wanting the whole pie. Yeah, I want the whole pie. Jason can actually attest to this.
The whole pie,
but I want my piece of every pie, so that way I can go across the board and continue to move forward. If I can make this guy $1 million over here, why can't I just make myself some?
And let's talk about the pie for a second, because I love pie. Who doesn't like pie? Pizza pie, apple pie, it doesn't matter what kind of pie it is.
Peach cobbler.
Peach cobbler.
I don't know if that counts as a pie, but it's
close enough.
There's a P in it. There's pie somewhere. But that's the thing, and I think all of us can, with our fitness backgrounds, can relate, because if you look at the whole pie, we all just want a piece of it, and that's what's relatable into gyms, into martial arts, because that culture is, I just want my piece, but I'm happy with everyone else getting their piece as well when you're in that culture, fitness culture as well, and stuff. And I think that's one thing, working for Jesus in a leadership role, that I learned. That's one thing. I didn't have a lot of experience with people, even in my accounting degree and career background. I was never around people that were good. There was too many micromanagers in my life before, and I didn't know if that was a good thing, how to be a leader. And Jesus taught me how to, and I saw firsthand is he was a really good delegator. And he said, I don't need it all for me. You guys can have that commission, those sales, those clients as well. And I will help you succeed as a trainer, as a salesperson further. And I always give Jesus that when it comes to this pie analogy that I'm using right now, is he didn't want everything for himself. He wanted the entire team to be successful, but he didn't have to be the focus point of that.
Exactly.
And that's what I've always taken away from me coming down here to South Florida, and then him always number one. I mean, I remember him having people on his team always saying, make sure you get your fitness in first, and then let's work and stuff. And Jesus and me were always the first ones in the door anyways, so we'd get our workout in before the gym even opened. So that mentality was, okay, let's work on ourselves first, and then we can focus on any kind of bull crap that happens the rest of the day. And that, sometimes shit happens.
Yeah.
And if you haven't taken care of yourself first, then what else is there today? And then there's where Jesus is going to explain right now, and I'm throwing him on the spot. What is beast mode?
Oh, beast mode is life, man. Beast mode is just continually moving forward, just going for the win. And it's just not necessarily just for yourself, but just in general for life. You gotta appreciate when you get your wins, the small wins that get you to that big win, but also in the perspective of other people around you. You got to celebrate their wins as well. It's great to be super competitive. It's great to be no quit, nonstop, to be a cleaner, to be always, on point. I'm going for the kill. I'm going for the throw. But at the end of the day, especially when you're leading a team and you have people around you that have their own personal goals, concepts, ideas, issues, problems, whatever the case may be, realistically, at the end of the day, your beast mode is what you need to get to and what your goal is. And every time you get to that point, that's where you actually move the flagpole. You get to that point and you move the flagpole another 100 yards out and you keep going. And then when it comes to other people that are around you, you got to celebrate their wins too. And it's not all about just the one person sitting here. I want my wins. I have my business, my goals and whatnot. But simple motto, he knows this one extremely well. When I was his supervisor back in the gym days, it was literally, if I eat, we're all eating. There's no losers here.
Yeah, that's awesome.
There's no way anybody's losing. If one person's losing on the team, then we have a problem.
Yeah, man, that's another uncommon attitude down here too, is that being able to celebrate other people's wins.
Absolutely.
Like you put it perfectly, it's that so few people do that, to where it's just all about them, and they might not even reach as high of a level as they could because they want to do it independently. They don't want to bring anybody else with them. They don't want to waste any energy trying to help out other people, not realizing that, man, when you build the team, that moves that flagpole just a little bit farther, a little bit faster. At least for me,
Yeah.
I've been very lucky to meet some incredible people that are way smarter than me, way better in business than me, and I'm, they're nothing but gratitude, because that's it. I see that, okay, when you build it up as a group, that flagpole's moving just a little bit farther, a little bit faster, a little bit longer strides in between. So,
And that's where we all relate, where we've all made our best connections through fitness.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think Bobby, I think everyone, whether they're clients, whether they were members at a gym, whether they're workout buddies, where they were just in the same environment you were, is like, you are who you surround yourself with. And we all have stories of our fitness background, of our personal fitness background, where you might not have known anything about them, but you did know one thing: they were always there at the same time you were. And at the back of your mind, that was always a good thing. Like, I'll give that person some credit. They're like me. And then when the day it actually opens up 3 years down the road, and you actually open up a conversation, I was like, crap, why haven't I talked to you in 3 years? Because we were both busy working on ourselves. And now we realize that we got common goals outside of fitness, and now we might be able to merge together. And that's the whole point of this show anyways, is me, Bobby, you're not selfish, I'm not selfish, Jesus isn't selfish. We're here to add value to everyone else's lives. It's
and
not
trying to build a community.
That's it.
You know what I mean?
That's
If
all
you
it
guys see on one of these episodes these awesome people we're bringing on, no, these are just real people that you can reach out to. Ask us to get connected with, especially when he starts talking a little bit more here in a second about that new business and really, the business model. It's, if you guys hear something you want to get involved with, reach out, shoot the comment, shoot the call, shoot the email, whatever you got to do. But that's really what we're trying to do, is just build that network, air out some of these just kind of basic human things, and, let people all build at their own pace, but at the same going in the same direction. So
Absolutely, you hit the nail on the head. Human.
Yeah.
So it's about
human. This isn't
Human up.
Just
It's not
'cause-
about manning up. It's human up.
just because we have our little podcast. Everybody watching this actually knows us as people.
Yeah, it's not
And
little
so this is
so much.
nothing. This is just a method for us to be able to connect with you guys just a little bit easier, a little bit more frequently, and even when we're not in the room with you. So this is it. We're just going to try to bring everybody along, with us, and hopefully be pulled up along with some of our awesome guests that we have. So
Absolutely.
And okay, so if most people, like when I first came down to Florida and I met Jesus, it wasn't Jesus, it was Jesus. So how is
that's how you pronounce that in Ohio.
Jesus. Yes.
Because that's how they say it in the good book.
It's like someone said, "Where's Jesus is the manager? I don't see Jesus on the paperwork. I only see Jesus. Where's Jesus at?"
Classic. I knew you had to drop that joke at least one time. It took us about 20 minutes to get to that joke, so
Yeah,
now
no.
that we got that out of the way.
No, so Jesus has that new company he's starting. Okay, Trusportbrands.
Yep.
What the heck is it, man?
It's a marketing agency. So throughout my entire career of everything I've done from across different industries, held various positions, and making companies lots of money, from small companies to huge companies, stuff you buy actually every single day, actually some of the stuff you actually have here too. I decided to basically just build my own brand, build my own company, start my own agency, and scale out from there. And actually, Bobby hit it on the head in regards to being human. It actually says it on my website. Marketing is human.
Yeah, good.
So we do everything from design, development, email marketing, retargeting, paid ads, the whole gamut. Pretty much done it all. But the goal and the strategy behind it is winning is the strategy. There's no frills. I'm not here to sell people, I'm not going to say I'm going to put you on the moon and not be able to build you a spaceship. In essence.
Yeah, nice. There you go. And that's a perfect industry for you after already talking about building up people around you.
Yes.
Because that is literally helping build other people's businesses like you've already done. And that's when you've got the detailed mindset, like it sounds like you were doing all that management in those other companies. It was taking small aspects of that company, fine-tuning them to work much more efficiently, and then just blasting it company-wide. And it's like, okay, now that you finally get the free reign to build your own business entity doing exactly that for people, I mean, man, that sounds like it was just match made in heaven right there. That's perfect.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
awesome.
Sky's the limit, and it's about setting up people for success.
So are you looking to bring in, work with specific types of companies? I mean, are you looking for fitness facilities, actual branding athletes and things like that? I mean, is it a pretty broad range, or are you trying to do kind of more niche areas?
It's actually a very broad range for me,
Okay.
especially with the fact my history was previously VP of ad ops for a large agency, where I dealt with every brand under the sun.
Perfect.
So that being said, it's more about, not about, can you do this? It's like, what can we do? It's like, what are you doing now? What can we do it better? And go from that point.
Man, that's great.
3 questions. What is it that you need? What is it that you want? And how do you want to see it? And you can iterate that a million ways and figure out specifically where to go and provide the best next steps.
So when
Man,
you say that to a possible client or a client, how you want to see it, what is it? What's the response back when it comes to marketing? What are most companies wanting to see in their marketing strategy? Because I'm always confused on what the expectations are on the marketing side of things. Like, what am I supposed to get at the end? Am I supposed to get like 10 more clicks on my page, or am I actually going to get a customer from it? What is it the expectations are in a marketing strategy?
So the right word is actually in everything you said, expectations. So it goes back to what I said. Never promise to put somebody on the moon if you can't build them a spaceship. And that is the first thing right there. When it comes down to those 3 questions I have of always, what is it you need? Which obviously, in most cases, we need to make money. Everybody needs to make money. I need to make money. I love money. I know we all love money. And then beyond that, what is that you want? And then this is the necessity. This is a request. And then how do you want to see it? What is it specifically that you need to see to understand where we need to go with this point? And from there, it just depends. It's on a case-by-case basis. Some customers are looking for a specific ROI. Some customers are looking to hit a certain revenue goal. So certain customers are basically don't know what they're doing, which 90% of the time that's what I get. And they're like, we
Walking
don't know
in
how to do
blind.
this.
They're like, all we know is you know how to do this better than us. So
Yeah.
please help us. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, so I work with facts. I don't work with opinions. I work with the data, the facts. What are achievable goals? And basically, this is the goal. Great. My goal is to get well beyond that, and then basically take it from there and just keep going, keep moving forward, keep winning, keep optimizing.
And the amount of detail that requires based on the difference in what industry you're working with, and then also like the region, whether they're selling online products, whether they're selling local services. I mean, just the insanely broad range of that. Those are things that I tried to get my little crash course in when I was opening up my own company. But it's just like, yeah, those are things that, man, using the professional makes the difference.
Yep.
Massive difference. Because if I'm trying to run my little company, even though my company is very small scale, that's still such precise information that I need to learn that, okay, unless I just got my degree in it, there's no way I'm going to have that type of knowledge. And there's other areas of the business that require my attention. And so that's okay, I got to hire out Jesus right here to get us up and running, because otherwise I'm just going to crash and burn.
Exactly.
It's like, yeah, that's such a good industry, man. That's great.
What's changed in the marketing? I've known you for almost 10 years now, but and you've been marketing the whole time I've known you.
Yeah.
So marketing yourself, and then the stories that you've already shared about just building up people around you. But what do you see that outside of the social media, just the technology being behind it now? What's the big thing that you've seen different in the marketing from maybe 15, 20 years ago that's now anything? Is there anything?
Number of things. One, marketing needs to become more human. A lot of people are too stuck. Data is important. Data matters. But a lot of people are stuck too much in that specifically and losing sight of realistically who your customer base is, or what you're actually serving, which is people. The world is populated by people. It's about people, your teams, your clients, your family, your loved ones, so on and so forth. And aside from that, it's just, you can't sell the best thing since sliced bread anymore unless it's the best thing since sliced bread. Those days are over. The gimmicks, the get rich quick, all that stuff, that's a facade. If you want to be doing that and you go down that path, there's literally, it's you lit the fuse on the bomb that ends your future if you're going to continue down that path, and eventually it catches up to you. Especially nowadays with social media and the way the world works now. I mean,
the speed at which information is traveling.
Yes.
Like that will burn you faster than you ever thought.
Yes.
Which is good, for me. I'm kind of the anti-scammy, schemy guy. It's just do good work, try to do good things, try to be a good person and help out other people. That's going to help me sleep a lot better at night in the first place.
Exactly.
And I'm actually going to enjoy what I'm doing because I think I'm making a difference.
Exactly.
It's just like
hit the nail on the head.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, because that's one of the main things. I've worked with all kinds of brands, huge companies, massive companies that literally run syndications and shows that company that work with largest industries in the world. And it's amazing what you see out there, and you're sitting in a boardroom with people, and it's like you're talking about all these numbers, and you're talking about all this cool stuff and all this amazing stuff you can do. You're about to pour $100 million into, but you're not talking about the people. Yes, you're talking about the people in a sense, but you're looking at them as a number, as a metric,
right there.
As an ROI, as an average unit price, as a CPA, as a conversion rate, and that's a problem because realistically, it's about the people.
So it's probably helping that now, through the use of technology, you're able to connect with potential customers in a way more intimate way.
Oh,
I mean, I look at it like, okay, the place where Jason and I used to work together, it was all about like the mail out flyers, the little corny things thrown into the mailboxes, right? Which most people don't even look twice at. I bundle them all up. I never even look at one of them, and I throw them in the garbage. Now there can be precision ads sent to me based on my zip code, categorized out, sending me a different version of an ad because of my age and my gender and my interests, that end up dropping straight into my phone next time I'm on social media.
Yep.
I'm like, how insane is the targeting and precision? It's just like, whoa, okay. So if you have somebody now, like you're saying, it's that, okay, stop talking about metrics and just numbers when you're referring to human beings, and let's start breaking down numbers, people, into, okay, let's start prioritizing different advertisements, different versions of the ad for different groups. And it's like, the precision. I mean, that's got to be crazy in just the last 10, 15 years.
Yeah, it's only getting crazier.
I mean, just through the use of technology and how fast that's all updating, it is insane.
There's so much you can do. But it all boils back to people. Help first, sell later.
Yeah,
Stop
there
looking
you
at
go.
people as $. Help somebody first, sell later. I'd rather buy something from you guys because I know you and I trust you than somebody that's on the internet saying, "Oh, this is the best thing since sliced bread," and it turns out it's not. And
Which it usually isn't. Yeah,
But-
go down the rabbit hole.
So that's a good thing. That's a good thing to bring up, is because that mom and pop mentality, that small business mom and pop, buy from your neighbor, I'll trade you this for this mentality, which I've always loved. That's how all three of us were raised, pretty
because
much. So it's
subconsciously
help your neighbor.
that represents the level of service you're going to get. When you're going into that local small town store and it's somebody's auntie that you know working up at the front counter, you know you're going to get rock star service, right? And it's when you go to the corporate place, they don't care. They use the same thing, referring to people as numbers, and they could care less because it's about volume over the quality of the service. And it's like, I think that's what we're coming back around to. Jason and I talk a lot about that as far as the direction of the fitness industry, especially with recent events. It's like, man, it's going to be that smaller scale thing, ramp that quality of the service back up, and I think people are going to see a lot better results from it. So.
Yeah, and Jesus taught me this actually, because Instagram was first cranking when I first moved to South Florida, and so. But Jesus, I can remember this like it was yesterday. Jesus even said we need to do more video content, because he realized that video was a way to share our personalities, share people to people, because photos were just showing pictures. Everyone was doing pictures, but no one was actually getting across who Jesus was, who Bobby was, who Jason was, in a personal way. And he saw that even YouTube wasn't even really cranking at the time. And so he saw that as a point, okay, we need to let people see who we are and let them trust us. So it wasn't know, like, and trust us. Jesus really made the point, know, like, and love us. Because before you buy from us, you need to love who we are as people. And then if it's a service that you're interested in. And I don't think either one of us are going to argue that fitness is, we're not selling fitness. We're just selling a healthier lifestyle. And the marketing is the hardest part to do, because we don't know what to say to get the people that we really want to help. And that's the hardest part I find, is like, okay, what do I say to actually get what I really want to do in the marketing sense? I know what I'm selling. It's just a better, healthy lifestyle. That's it.
Yeah. Help first, sell later.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down
That's
to.
it. Yeah. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care, or however that one goes, where it's like, you need to connect with the individual.
Yeah.
That's the same thing between the way I was taught to sell and the way I now sell myself at Custom Fitness, is I'm not starting the conversation with talking about me. They've already been on the website. We just walked through the facility. We chatted a little bit about the stuff they got into for their own workouts, or they jump into little stories. But it's me sitting down, okay, put the feet up with them for a second in the office, and just tell me about you and what you want as a customer. Because if I start trying to answer your questions before you ask them, that's the first sign of somebody being full of crap, right? That's just like, what are you selling me? You don't even know what I want yet.
And
How would you?
Oh, we all know this. So
it's just like no, you got to tell me about you, because anything I say before I know is going to be garbage, right? And it's just like, how many people are still doing that?
Yeah, and both of you, Jesus and Bobby, you both know people, trainers like that too. It's
Oh,
like,
God.
oh man, that trainer you had in the past is crap. It's like, how do you know? How do you know? How do you know? How do you know that trainer was crap unless that person told you the customer was unhappy with the service because they didn't show up on time, they didn't have humor, they smelled, they tried to make out with them. Who knows?
The uncoachables, although the making out thing you can definitely coach, but the uncoachable things, when you miss those, that's undeniable. But
so let the customer tell
otherwise,
you
when
what
it's
they were
subjective,
what they were happy and not happy with their previous experience with trainers, because most of the time it was just a distance situation. It was a very minor situation that makes them switch to a different trainer. Moving financially, there was a gap there for a few years. They couldn't afford it, whatever it was. But you find out that, and my always thing is it's like the marketing thing, really, is you got to build up a foundation. And some trainers people have in the past, and some fitness programs they have in the past, built them with a foundation that you can work with now. Jesus, you're probably jumping on with companies that have already had marketing experience and done marketing with people before, so they have a foundation. At least they know what does work for them and what doesn't work with them. Mm-hmm. So I find it the same thing with trainers.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they always have the story about that past professional they tried to work with. Those are always the funniest.
Yeah.
And that's just like, well, probably still wasn't all bad. That's the thing I started asking people now too. And it's that, okay, if you didn't have a great experience with the trainer, it couldn't have been top to bottom terrible. Yeah, there's a lot of places out there where, the bar is pretty low, or they're taking really green trainers in at the beginning, so they just really don't have much experience. But it's, at the end of the day, there's probably something you liked about them, or some part of the training, their little science they're trying to apply that actually worked. Let's start there. Let's start with, what did you like about the trainer? And start not only giving them better memories and try to get the mood built back up and the confidence in just the gym in general, but then it's also, what worked? What were there things that specifically didn't work? Well, then I'm not even going to try those now. So let's save us all some time, lay everything out on the table, use what we need, and just keep moving forward and making that progress, and we'll put in a little new stuff along the way. And it's just like, but just have that human connection.
Absolutely.
It's not me being trainer Bobby. I'm just a dude.
Sound like that.
I'm just like, we're just in the gym now. You're not fit. I am the man. Bobby Jackson, you're welcome. And you're just like, dude, no.
He just flexed. Bobby Jackson just flexed. If you listen to the audio right now, he just flexed.
It didn't move. But it got stuck behind this tiny little arm right here.
Sure,
just eclipsed it.
It got stuck behind my
baby gaps mediums right here. Yeah, that's right.
His bicep got stuck behind my tiny little pin I have in my hand.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, so Jesus, what do you do for fitness? I mean, we know you got the martial arts background. I know you love HIT training programs and hybrid programs where you do a little bit of strength, endurance. But what are you doing right now? I know you're an early bird. You get your workouts in before you even leave work. So, and that's another thing for entrepreneurs out there. Anyone that's out there successful, you listen to them. They always work on their mental or physical health in the morning before they conquer their businesses.
Don't save that until the afternoon, because you don't know when your workday is going to last until 9 p.m. and then you're missing workouts. So I like that one. But anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so what are you doing, man?
So typically I wake up early in the morning, go out for a run, hit the gym. I do pretty much everything. I follow a simple methodology. Run, fight, lift, repeat, and do that over and over and over again. It includes different types of workouts, whether I'm in an actual gym fitness facility, or if you're on the running trail in my neighborhood, I just bring my own weights with me, go out there and just go hard. Just don't stop. The second you feel like you're tired and you think you want to stop, keep going. And do that again and again. Every time, monitor what you're doing. Write it down. I use this watch, and I track everything specifically to understand, I ran this mile at this speed. Next time I run it, I need to run it 5 seconds faster.
There you go.
So on and so on. Same thing with weights. Write everything down. I lifted this much. Next time, I need to go 5 pounds higher, or even half a pound higher, or whatever, or one extra rep, and then continue to move forward. That's the main thing with me, and it's try to get a work on it every single day. For me, it's like therapy. It clears my head and sets me up, sets the tone. The way I work, I'm like, go. We're doing it. We're not waiting. We're not hurry up and wait. We're going. We're just doing it.
Yeah, nice.
So it's like you're putting the weights on the bar. You didn't put the weights on the bar to stare at it for the next hour.
Jason does. He just likes to stand around and he does little chest slaps, make sure everybody's watching.
I gotta take my selfies.
Jump under there, reset.
I gotta take my selfies. I gotta make sure my toes are in a perfect spot for my selfie, and turn my heels to get that figure nice and tight.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're an outdoor guy too, man. So Jesus, you like the hunting. You like the farm life when you get a chance to go up to your family's farm up north, and then and what you just told everyone else is through the pandemic, you naturally just love being outside anyway. So those outdoor workouts are all day. You like those heavy vests, putting them on like you said, and just cranking a good mile or 2 yard. And Bobby over here doesn't like to jog to the kitchen.
No, that's why we learned how to fight. So
there you go.
Because I don't like running from stuff. No, but and so that was something Jason and I talked a lot about too. Was like the importance of exercise being looked at as just activity. Exercise doesn't have to happen in a gym. You don't need a membership to get exercise. Yep. You just need to move around. And that's the best. Okay, hit a couple blocks, jog, throw that vest on, get your push-ups in, do your little circuit in the yard, play that game of basketball, take the bike out, just move your body and try to use as many different styles of movement as possible, and do it as many days out of the week as you can possibly fit into that schedule.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just, you just gotta get moving. Doesn't matter if it's indoors, outdoors. I mean, back in the Stone Ages, we didn't have gyms. I mean, I got like 4 gym memberships that I pay for. It's out of my car.
You got your jiu-jitsu, you got your gym membership.
Yeah, I got like 4 freaking memberships, and I pay for my girlfriend's memberships too. And I go to one gym or another gym or whatever the case may be. And even then, you know, if I have a day where I know I'm going to be busy all day, I'll just get up in the morning and work out.
So you schedule out your workouts because of your business and your obligations to your career and everything. You do schedule out your workouts. So that's a big thing that I always try to teach people is make appointments. Schedule it ahead, a week out, a day out, 3 days out, whatever it is. Know what you're doing, and don't walk into a gym not knowing what you're going to do. Like, I don't know what I'm doing today. No.
Yeah, you can't do the wander around method. That's burned a lot of days out for a lot of
But
people.
how many companies actually come to you and they have that same mentality in marketing? Yeah, I did this, I did that, I threw this.
A lot.
Yeah.
It's like there's the lack of the discipline, lack of consistency. And
I just find that funny how relatable fitness and the marketing world is
fitness.
compared. When you have a structured fitness program, man, you get some amazing results. When you have a structure and systems placed in for your marketing, man, things really start cranking for you and stuff. And you're not wasting money on your fitness, on your health, and in your businesses.
Yeah.
So
fitness and business, it's in tandem. There's direct correlations to it, and you have to do everything. It's just the way it works. And to your point of scheduling it out, I mean, even if I don't get a workout in the morning, I make it a point. It's like, okay, I'm going to work out at 2:00 today. If there's meetings this that, everybody knows 2:00. I'm going to work out. If you go to interrupt me
on this call, do not tap me on the shoulder.
Yes.
See,
Unless the moon is crashing into the earth, I'm not replying to that email until my workout is done.
Yeah, that's good. And that's necessary, man, to be able to just block everything else out. Know that, okay, I'm going to have even more to put up for the next bit of work I got to do at my job if I get this work in myself.
Absolutely. Yeah, it sets the tone. Because then if you can put yourself through the challenge, the pain of a real workout, not just diddly. No, a real workout where you actually push yourself, you challenge yourself. Everything else it's just noise in the background. I mean, if something happens that's oh my god, and people are freaking out, you're sitting there just like, everybody stop. This is what's wrong. We're not dying.
That was the biggest thing that I've got out of jiu-jitsu.
Oh yeah.
I know Jason knew it was coming. We got to nerd out about jiu-jitsu for a little bit. That was the life-changing moment of like, there's nothing somebody can say to me that's mean that's going to make me flip out anymore, or there's stress in a meeting that's going to just totally break me. After the insane levels of discomfort that come from working your way through a few belts in jiu-jitsu, that is the most uncomfortable thing, where you just like, you know, regular fitness, you have to get comfortable being uncomfortable.
Yes.
In just basic fitness.
Yeah.
And then you take jiu-jitsu is the same way, but it's somebody is trying to inflict physical harm on you, and at the beginning you can't even slow them down, right? They're hurting you, and I don't even know what the moves are, so there's no way I'm going to stop it, and I'm just getting physically beat. And it slowly stops. You learn, of course, the calmer you stay, the looser you stay, the better condition you are, the more you try to absorb the different movements. But it's still, I've never been at a good gym full of guys and not had at least a handful of them be able to beat me senseless. And it's like, so every room I go into, I'm going to get worked. I might even do good, right? I might even do well. I might, get to, outwork some people. I'm still going to be in horrible pain by the time I get done.
Yeah.
Full body exhaustion, mentally drained, no injury or anything, but just totally exhausted, completely depleted. And it's just like, okay, now when I go to my meeting and you're trying to be mean, it's okay, well, that's...
So you're not trying to choke me out.
Life goes on. Yeah, exactly. You didn't try to break my shoulder, so we're going to keep moving on with our relationship. And it's like those lessons of being able to just stay cool under pressure, calm, and think objectively. Okay, this is the situation I'm in, and this is how I'm going to need to try to get out of it, whether that's a business problem or a
Wait a minute. That's what you
physical
think.
position.
That's what you guys think of when you're in a chokehold, when your face is blue. You're like, let me think here. For
No,
a
literally,
second.
it's okay. Where's their hand? Do they have one hand over the top of the other one? Is it closed guard behind me? They have both legs in.
I have 3 seconds to figure this out.
You actually gotta go. I gotta turn my back towards their elbow to try to get my back on the floor. It's that whole thing. You gotta slow down. If I just frantically go, how fast could you choke me out? 2, 3, 4 seconds, maybe.
3 seconds.
Even if I held my breath, done.
Yeah.
That's the benefits of having no neck like me.
No neck.
No neck Shively. That's why they call you. That's why they call you loosey goosey on the mat, and they call me no neck Shively.
Yeah.
You can't choke hold him. You give me an.
That sounded like a challenge. I think on the next take of the show, we're gonna run. We're gonna run which one of us can choke Jason out first. Not just. But do you know what I mean? It's that level of just pressure, and even physical pressure of that side control position when there's a big old dude laying on us, and there's just you can't will your way out of it. You have to calm your mind and think mechanically to get out of these positions. It's just like a whole nother level of mental discipline that I've gained from that I'm just like, I don't think there's anything else on the planet that could have done that.
Yeah, it applies. Training applies to everything across the board. Whether if you look at it from down to the bare bones basics, your jiu-jitsu, you train, you learn, you continue. Fitness, you train, you learn, you continue. Business, in essence, you train, you learn, you continue, and you continue to figure it out. The second you start panicking, the second you start losing your mind, then that's when you have a problem. You literally have to take a step back, relax, and figure it out. Because if you don't have the ability to do that, you start to panic. You start to get wide-eyed.
When you get frantic, then it's, okay, we're throwing money at the wrong things. We're getting stuck in positions we can't get out of. Maybe we're trying to do too much weight on a bench press and we're blowing something up. So
That's
it's all about.
Problem.
Yeah, your problem. Yeah, good one. Yeah,
Those are good one.
Yeah, that was a good one. But yeah, no, that is interesting how many similarities there are with that. It's that the effort needs to be well-rounded and consistent every single day, whether it's health, fitness, business progress. It's got to be completely encompassing of the entire entity, and it's got to come every single day, whether you like it or not.
At all levels.
All levels, yeah.
Especially if you have a team. Understand that at all levels. Our team, when we were in the gym business together, I mean, it was like he said it. I mean, we would do 3-day workouts. I would come in, work out first thing in the morning, work, and then middle of the day, knock out another work, and then the end of the night, knock out another, and then work. Wow. Next thing you know, it's 12 o'clock at night and the gym's closing, and I've been there since 6 o'clock in the morning.
Man.
And it's kind of like.
But the biggest thing is, is what you had your staff do was we didn't just take breaks to work out. There was goals. The reward was to work out and to just get the physical relief and everything. It was, okay, as soon as we do some guerrilla marketing this morning and actually get 50 sales or 3,000 flyers out to the neighborhood next to us, then we go back, we make our phone calls, and then we get, okay, there's our 45 minutes break again, let's go, and then let's go hard again.
Process. And you just make the process better over and over and over again.
And so
Jesus, where are they going to find you real quick? Let me jump in real quick. So people need some marketing assistance. They want to go to the best dude on the block. They're finding you on Instagram, Facebook. I know, of course, being the marketing guy, you got the website up, ready to rock, taking new leads in.
So you can find me on Instagram. It's I am JR. It's typed weird. Don't worry about it. You can find me. Aside from that, you can find me on LinkedIn, JR Hernandez. Aside from that, my website, Trusportbrands.com. It's TRU sportbrands.com. And just go in there. You can literally just contact me directly. It goes directly to my phone, my business email, so on and so forth.
Love it.
We can go from there.
Yeah, man.
Awesome, man.
Dude, awesome having you on, man.
This is awesome.
We're doing this again.
No, we're
actually running another one back here. For all you guys that enjoy listening to this right now, no matter where you are on your commute in the car or doing your morning routine, just know that we're about to cook up another awesome one that might not make it on our YouTube channel, but we'll probably have some little cuts out on our Instagram and Facebook pages of some little highlights we got coming up right after this.
Yeah, and don't forget, if you did like it, share us. Okay, if you're on one of the podcasts,
I mean,
iTunes,
whether they liked us or not,
like it, just like it and share it. If
you might not like this one, but you might like the next one, so
you might
share it.
Yeah, So, or at least like Jesus.
We'll find you.
We'll run to your house with a weighted vest on.
There's your new marketing strategy. So
I will find you.
yeah, that's our new marketing strategy. We'll
Yes.
find you.
Guerrilla marketing. We're
Yeah.
literally coming to your house to ask you to like us.
Yep. So give us a 5-star review, share us, and make
that-
sure you follow us on all the social media
That's right.
platforms.
That's right, we
Facebook,
got-
Instagram, YouTube channel, and our podcast on Spotify, iTunes podcast. So don't remember to find us, and remember, if it was easy, it'd be damn cheesy.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.